Good evening. This is Pintun from odisatv.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. State government to start auctioning of 16 mineral blocks in the state by October end. Chief Secretary says notification will be issued soon. 7 closed non-captive mines to be reopened. Lessees to be asked to sign supplementary lease deeds after approval from Chief Minister. Centre gives go-ahead to prosecute senior public servants for irregularities in allocation of Rampia coal block in Odisha to Navbharat Power. Sri Mandir administration suspends a Pratihari surveyor for helping a woman devotee climb onto chariot. Notice served on Chief Surveyor too. And collectors told to complete construction of new toilets in schools across the state by July 31. Also asked to take up the PSU's projects. Now the details. Odisha government will start the auction of its mineral blocks by the end of October this year, Union Mines Secretary Balwinder Singh said today. He further stated that the state government has identified 16 blocks for auction and it will soon finalize the process. Talking to the media after a meeting with Singh and government officials of other concerned departments, Chief Secretary G.C. Pati said the state government will soon issue a notification on the auctioning. Recently, the state government has notified to form a high-level committee to streamline auction of major minerals. The panel is chaired by the Development Commissioner with Steel and Mines and Industry Secretaries as members. The Mines Director, Odisha Mining Corporation Managing Director and Odisha Space Application Centre Chief Executive will be the other members, while the Additional Secretary of Steel and Mines has been named its member convener. The first meeting of the committee is scheduled for July 28. The committee's mandate is to monitor the preparatory work relating to auction of major mineral concessions, including conduct of differential global positioning system survey and preparation of tender documents.
Now this Mines and Mineral Development Regulation Act has been amended, and now we are requesting all the states to go for auction of blocks, and we are very happy that Odisha government has taken very proactive steps. They have identified 16 blocks, and Odisha government is hopeful that by end of October they will start auctioning the blocks. Number one, this is very, very important because the whole country is looking for the state who is going to put these blocks on auction. Another thing is that we have requested Odisha government to constitute this district mineral foundation fund, and this fund will be applicable from January 2015 onwards. Some of the districts will be getting funds to the tune of maybe 200, 300, 400 crore. So we have requested Chief Secretary that all the DMF trust should be formed in all the districts as soon as possible. Then immediately funds would be transferred. Government of India will very soon indicate the percentage of royalty which will be put in these DMF funds. And we have also requested state government that we need to build capacity of these districts because these districts will be getting huge funds, and these funds are to be used for socio-economic development and welfare of people who are engaged in the activities. We have also requested the states that whatever kind of help they need from Government of India on DMF and also for auctioning of blocks, we will be very, very happy to extend that help.
The Indian Institute of Management in Sambalpur will not be able to commence its classes this year as the Premier B school will select candidates through the common admission test, which should tentatively be held between November 16 and 22 this year. Since results of CAT 2015 would be declared by third week of December, the institute will not be able to take students for the current academic year. Human Resource Development Minister Smriti Irani informed about the admission criteria to the Lok Sabha yesterday. She further said 140 students will be taken for the institute and funds for making the temporary campus functional have already been placed with IIM Indore, the mentor of IIM Sambalpur. Earlier, the HRD ministry had declared to begin the session from current academic year with 60 students in the first year of postgraduate programs in management. The announcement followed the field visit of a 4-member central team in June, which cleared the spots identified by the state government. State Employment, Technical Education and Training Minister Sanjay Das Burma had confirmed that the permanent campus of IIM Sambalpur will be built at Basantpur near Burla. In addition, Silicon Institute and Sambalpur University Institute of Information Technology campus were confirmed as the temporary campus for the top-notch B school. Arthatran Pratihari, the Pratihari servitor of Jagannath Temple, was suspended by Srimandir administration on charges of helping a woman devotee to climb the Nandighosh chariot on Tuesday. Srimandir Chief Administrator Suresh Mahapatra told the media that the action was taken against the servitor under Section 21B of Srimandir Administration Act. He said a show-cause notice has been served on the Lord's Chief Servitor Jagannath Swami Mahapatra for not stopping the devotee from climbing onto the chariot. Notably, the Pratihari servitor had taken the women devotee along with him onto the chariot during Odappa Pahandi of the deity on Tuesday. Meanwhile, in his reaction, Swami Mahapatra said that as the Badagrahi of the deity, conducting the Sriyanga rituals is his responsibility, not taking care of Charamala or ladder of the chariot. He added the police and administration should have ensured that no devotee is able to climb onto the chariots. Last year, the High Court had ruled that no devotees should be allowed to climb the chariots and touch the deities during Rath Yatra.
परदिन जो पहंडी होता गुंडीचा मंदिर को रथ उपर जो पहंडी है पूर्वर जड़े सेवायत जड़े महिला यात्री को रथ उपर को नंदीघोष रथ उपर को लेकिन जाते तार वीडियो रेकर्डिंग आम पाखे अच्छी तेणु से आधार आम अलरेडी से सेवायत आर्तताण प्रतिहारी आम अलरेडी सस्पेंशन ऑर्डर देचु ता छड़ा जो बाड़ग्राही थे से रथ उपर अलरेडी से ठिया होते सामना देकी गलापर से अबस्ट्रक्शन करन अटकई नथिले तेणु बाड़ग्राही जो अच्छा नंदीघोष रथर एगेन्स्ट शोकज नोटिस दिखाई जगन्नाथ स्वामी महापात्र आम 7 दिन भितर रिप्लाई देवाई नोटिस देचु एवं बाड़ग्राही हिसाब से दायित्व हो रथ उपर कहीं जमी बाहर यात्री कहीं जीवेनि कारण अलरेडी माननीय हाईकोर्ट निर्देश अच्छी रथ उपर को कहीं यात्री अनऑथराइज पर्सन कहीं चढ़ी पारे तेणु से जेहेतु व्यतिक्रम घटी ये गोटे केस काली आम नोटिस को आसी कारण आम 3टा जगह रथ कंटिन्यूअसली आम रेकर्डिंग करूँ से जहाँ देखु गोटे केस काली आसी बेसिस आम एक्शन नहीं एक्ट 21B अनुसार आम इमिडिएटली सस्पेंड करूँ ड्राफ्ट चार्जेस आम सर्व कर इमिडिएटली तेणु यहाँ गोटे बहुत सीरियस ऑफेंस कारण माननीय कोर्ट आदेश अवमानना सहित यहाँ सामान तेणु आम से डिस्प्ले प्रोसीडिंग आरंभ कर
बाड़ग्राही मो दायित्व जगन्नाथ बाड़र मो दायित्व नुह कि आसो जीव से मो दायित्व नुह चारमार दायित्व मोर नुह मोर जगन्नाथ मुख्य बाड़र दायित्व प्रभु श्रीरंग दायित्व संपूर्ण बाड़ग्राही तलु किए लोक आसो गल से पुलिस बुझे जेटी भी अच्छा जेटी गवर्नमेंट पुलिस अच्छा निजे मुख्य प्रशासक अच्छा तले ठिया होती मजिस्ट्रेट अच्छा सी लोकटा उपर को आसला केमती से तलु छाला से उपर आसला ठीक ना भूल कहना सी जी आसू एम तलु से उपर आसला आम तो बाड़ग्राही आम जगन्नाथ दायित्व बाड़ आमर जड़े प्रतिहारी सेवक जी भद्र लोक सी केत विशृंखला करती ना ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଜାଣିନି କେମିତି କଣ ତାଙ୍କ ଭୁଲ ଭଟକା ହେଇଥିବ, ୟା ଉପରେ ମୋର ଧ୍ୟାନ ନାହିଁ। କାରଣ ସେଇଦିନ ମନ୍ଦିର ନୀତି 4 ଘଣ୍ଟା 5 ଘଣ୍ଟା ମାନେ ବିଳମ୍ବ କଲେ, ସେ ଯୋଗୁଁ ମୁଁ ଟେନସନ ଥିଲି କେମିତି ଶୀଘ୍ର ଜଗନ୍ନାଥର ପହଞ୍ଚି ହବ। ଚାରମାଳ ବନ୍ଧା ହେଇନି, 6ଟା ଟାଇମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ରାତି 9ଟା 10ଟା ବାଜିଲାଣି, ସେପଟେ ମୁଁ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ଥିଲି। ହଁ ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଦେଇଗଲା, ସପ୍ତାହ ଦେଇଗଲା ମୋର। କିନ୍ତୁ ପ୍ରତିହାରୀ ସେବକ ହେଲେ ସେମାନେ ରକ୍ଷକ, ସେମାନେ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ମନ୍ଦିରର ମାନେ କହିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ପ୍ରତିହାରୀ ମାନେ କଣ, ସେମାନେ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ମନ୍ଦିରର ଯୋଉ କହନ୍ତି ପରମ୍ପରା ଅନୁଯାୟୀ ସେମାନେ ମନ୍ଦିରର ପୋଲିସ କାମ ବି କରନ୍ତି, ସେମାନେ ହିଁ ରକ୍ଷକ। ଆଉ ପ୍ରତିହାରୀ ସେବକ ତାଙ୍କ ପରିବାର କିଏ ନେଇଗଲା, ମୁଁ ହେଲି ବାଳଘାଇ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ଜଣେ ସେବାୟତକୁ ଧକ୍କା ବାହାର କରିପାରିବିନି।
Hera Panchami ritual was observed in Puri late last night. Goddess Lakshmi, who was annoyed with husband Lord Jagannath for not taking her along with his siblings during Rath Yatra, paid a visit to him at the Gundicha temple and requested him to return to Sri Mandir. In reply, Lord Jagannath gave an Agyamala, which the goddess carried with her on her way back to Sri Mandir. As per tradition, servitors of Goddess Lakshmi broke a part of Nandigos, which is known as Rathavanga Niti. A servitor said as the goddess is upset about the fact that her husband left her behind and went on a vacation with his siblings, she wishes to show her anger. After breaking a portion of the chariot, her idol is first carried to a tamarind tree outside the Gundicha temple, behind which she hides for some time. Then she is carried to the Jagannath temple through a secret passage in the Heragori lane to avoid any fuss because of the attack on the chariot. Meanwhile, all the 3 chariots parked outside the Gundicha temple were turned around today to face the Jagannath temple. The ritual is called Dakshina Moda, which marks the beginning of preparations for Bahuda Yatra falling on Sunday. Devadalana, the chariot of Devi Subhadra, was the first chariot to be turned around towards southern direction. Lord Balabhadra and Jagannath's chariots were turned afterwards. After the ritual, the Rahas ceremony of deities will begin inside the Gundicha temple according to the traditional itinerary. Steel and Mines Minister Prafulla Mallik said yesterday that the Interdepartmental Committee has recommended the opening of 7 non-captive mines in the state. Mallik said the leaseholders would be asked to sign supplementary lease deeds after approval from Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik to open these mines. These mines are R.B. Das, Tarini, B.C. Mohanty, Tata Sukinda, Geeta Rani, T.P. Mohanty and Gandhamardan, whose lease would be extended under the new Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Act 2015. Recently, an interdepartmental panel headed by Development Commissioner U.N. Behera had examined the applications of 8 iron and chrome ore mines and decided to recommend opening of 7 mines to the state government. Meanwhile, 21 leaseholders have signed supplementary lease deeds with the state government for opening their closed mines. The government has collected rupees 895 crore as stamp duty and registration fees. The Mines Minister added that out of the 29 mines recommended earlier for operation, 21 have signed lease deeds so far. Tata has sought extension of another 2 months to sign the lease deeds. The government had allowed the lessees to sign the supplementary lease deeds within 3 months with all statutory clearances. According to the amended MMDR Act, the captive mines would be allowed to operate till March 2030, while non-captive mines would operate till March 2020. 3 mines applying for first lease renewal would be recommended for extension for 50 years.
8टा खଣି पे जो आलोचना होता है 7टा खणी पे आम डिपार्टमेंटल कमिटी सुपारिश करछे मुख्यमंत्री पाक ऑनरेबल मुख्य चीफ मिनिस्टर पाक जाइछे फाइल फिले ताको तो समान सप्लीमेंटल लिस्ट डीड करबे आपण.
Mineral transportation came to grinding halt in Sundargarh and Keonjhar districts yesterday as the transporters' strike in protest of the new pricing mechanism entered its 3rd day. Meanwhile, the state government has said it would soon resolve the issue. The truck and tipper operators in the 2 districts have gone on strike over freight rate dispute among vehicle operators and transporters of various sponge iron industries. Around 30,000 trucks and tippers in the 2 mineral-rich districts have been on strike protesting against the state government's move to fix a ceiling on transport cost and award of transportation contracts through the e-tendering process. The strike has led to a halt in dispatching about 2 lakh ton of iron ore per day. The state receives about rupees 12 crore per day towards royalty. Transport Minister Ramesh Chandra Majhi told the media that the Transport Commissioner had submitted a report and freight rate would be fixed soon. Notably, in a bid to curb willful unruliness of transport agencies in mineral transport, the state government has decided to introduce a ceiling price for transportation charges last month. Any violation of the ceiling will attract cancellation of the transport license of the erring transport agency as per the new pricing mechanism.
आमर अभियोग अच्छी पुराना रेट टी दिया जाऊ जो पुराना रेट रे चली से पुराना रेट टी दिया जाऊ कार कहउचंती जे किलोमीटर पिछा ए प्रकार रेट हबो भुवनेश्वर एवं कलकत्ता रास्ता अलगा कोइडा ठारू सुंदरगढ़ रास्ता अलगा समाधान न हबो ये आंदोलन जारी रही।
ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिशनर तांकर रिपोर्ट वर्तमान राज्य सरकार को से दे सारी छंती एणु खूब शीघ्र मिनेराल ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉस्ट जो रही खूब शीघ्र निष्पत्ति नेबा पई सरकार चूड़ांत निष्पत्ति करबा पई जाउछंती।
In a case pertaining to alleged irregularities in allocation of Rampia coal block in Odisha to Navbharat Power Private Limited, the central government has given sanction to prosecute senior public servants for alleged offence under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Senior Public Prosecutor A.K. Singh said the request for according sanction to prosecute these senior public servants was sent to the Union Department of Personnel and Training in pursuance to court's earlier order in 2 separate cases pertaining to alleged irregularities in allocation of separate coal blocks to Navbharat Power and Kamal Sponge Steel and Power. CBI said that they have received the sanction order from DOPT to prosecute K.S. Kropa, the then Joint Secretary in Coal Ministry, and K.C. Samria, who was then a director in the ministry. The Commissionerate Police is mulling to declare Sunil Meher, the man behind the high-profile sex racket that was busted in Bhubaneswar on Tuesday, an externee to stop his further movements in the state capital. Meher, the kingpin in the flesh trade, is a habitual offender and was once arrested by the Kolkata police and thrice by Odisha police. Police Commissioner R.P. Sharma said Meher was earlier arrested by the Commissionerate Police, but he began pimping again after getting bail. Notably, the police busted the sex racket running in a guest house near Gandhi Market of IRC village in Bhubaneswar on Tuesday. The police had rescued 4 girls while 7 persons were arrested. Out of the 4 girls, one has been identified as a Bollywood supporting actress.
Habitual offender से है ये चीज यही मैटर है तो आमे स्टडी करू छु जे वेदर ताको जदी कोन आमे सेक्शन 110 सीआरपीसी रे बुक करिबा पई इनफ हमको पग मटेरियल अछि की परंतु दरकार पड़ले तड़ीपार ऑर्डर भी करी होबो सो दैट ताको भुवनेश्वर रे से फर्दर जेमती एंट्री करिबो नहीं तो एठा मारो एग्जामिनेशन वर्तमान चाली छी.
After the Odisha High Court's interim order that the validity of enhanced BTech seats in government colleges will be ascertained based on the verdict of the main writ petition, the Employment and Technical Education and Training Department said that the counselling will continue and further steps will be taken only after the final decision of the court on July 29. Meanwhile, sources at the department said the court's interim order will be posted on the OJEE website all throughout the counselling process. The High Court yesterday directed BPUT and OJEE authorities to bring out advertisements mentioning that the validity of enhanced BTech seats in government colleges of the state are subjected to outcome of the court decision on the main writ petition. A division bench comprising Justices Indrajit Mahanti and D.P. Chowdhury said in an interim order that this court had passed a previous interim order on June 30, 2015, stating that the 6 government engineering colleges of the state have enhanced their BTech seats for 2015-16 academic sessions pending an approval from AICTE. However, when it was informed that the colleges through OJEE are admitting the students against the unapproved enhanced seats, the court observed that any action taken shall be subjected to the writ petition and this ought to be brought to the notice of the aspiring students. The 6 government engineering colleges have enhanced their intake for BTech courses this year by over 600 seats. All these enhanced seats have not got AICTE approval, according to Odisha Private Engineering College Association, which had challenged the validity of the enhanced seats in the High Court.
तो काउंसिल स्टार्ट होईची तो वर्धित सीट पर काउनसिलिंग मैट्रिक शो कर यहाँ हूँ माननीय हाइकोर्ट राय एवं से अनुसार आम विभाग ओजेई प्रोसीड कर से राय को आम विभाग तरफ पिला स्वार्थ दृष्टि तर्जमा कर विहित पदक्षेप ग्रहण कर
With PSUs failing to meet the deadline of constructing new toilets in schools, the state government has asked district collectors to take up such projects and complete them by July 31. Chief Secretary G.C. Pati gave the collectors the directive through video conferencing yesterday. The state government's move came after the centre asked for status of the school toilet project. In his Independence Day speech last year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced to provide toilets to all schools within a year. A school and mass education official said the centre wanted feedback as the Prime Minister would inform the countrymen about the toilet project on this Independence Day. After last year's announcement, the state government had estimated requirement of construction and renovation of 44,002 toilets in schools of Odisha. While Odisha Primary Education Program Authority was assigned to construct 13,049 toilets, PSUs were supposed to complete 30,953 toilets. Around 20 central PSUs had agreed to construct these toilets. The official added as of now, OPEPA has completed 6,436 toilets and balance 3,313 is in advanced stage of completion. The PSUs have so far completed 5,690 of toilets. Meanwhile, School and Mass Education Secretary Ranjana Chopra said a standard design for construction of such low-cost functional toilets has been sent to all districts and the funds for the purpose will be provided through OPEPA. The District and Sessions Court in Keonjhar yesterday granted bail to 63 women who were arrested 2 weeks ago after the villagers of Belabahali under Anandpur subdivision in the district had pitched battle with police on the issue of location of a proposed bridge over Kusei River. The police had arrested 118 villagers after the clash, in which 30 persons were injured on either side. Opposition parties Congress and BJP have demanded immediate release of the arrested persons, especially women, as many of them are mothers of small kids. The villagers who are opposing the construction of the proposed bridge in that area and want its relocation elsewhere were staging a dharna on National Highway 215 on July 6 when the clash erupted due to police intervention.
देश प्रतिजन थिबा महिलांकर आज माननीय जिला दौरा जज आनंदपुर सर्किट कोर्ट ठारे तांको जामिन आवेदन को ग्रहण करी जामिन प्रदान करछन्ति 10,000 टंका जामिन मुचालिका रे सेमानकु जामिन देबा पई निर्देश दैछन्ति.
Challenging the probe by Enforcement Directorate, two mining companies Indrani Patnaik and Tribeni Earth Movers moved the Odisha High Court yesterday. The complainants have challenged the actions taken by the Directorate while the vigilance probe is in progress into the alleged irregularities by these companies in mining operation in Odisha. The bank accounts of both these companies have been frozen and protesting this step, they have appealed the court. Accepting their petition, the High Court has scheduled a hearing on July 27. Notably, a team of agency officials interrogated Anurag Patnaik, a representative of mining leaseholding firm Indrani Patnaik, for 7 hours at the agency's office in Bhubaneswar on Monday. Anurag, son of Indrani Patnaik, who owns the mining firm named after him, claimed that his company, Altrade, has no links with his father's firm, nor he is holding any position in it. Tribeni Earth Movers was the raising contractor for Indrani Patnaik. Odisha registered 6 cases of sexual harassment in higher educational institutions, while Delhi had the maximum number of such complaints in the last academic year. Informing this to the Lok Sabha yesterday, Human Resource Development Minister Smriti Irani said the University Grants Commission had requested all such institutions to submit the annual report on cases of sexual harassment for the period April 1, 2014 to March 31, 2015. Irani added that based on the responses of 84 universities, 75 cases of sexual harassment of women lecturers, professors and research scholars by academic heads were reported. Delhi topped the list with 27 cases, while Uttar Pradesh had 23 cases, followed by Haryana with 7 cases. 2 such cases each were reported from Maharashtra, Tripura and Chhattisgarh, while 1 each was reported from Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Karnataka and Assam. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. State government to start auctioning of 16 mineral blocks in the state by October end. Chief Secretary says notification will be issued soon. 7 closed non-captive mines to be reopened. Lessees to be asked to sign supplementary lease deeds after approval from Chief Minister. Centre gives go-ahead to prosecute senior public servants for irregularities in allocation of Rampia coal block in Odisha to Navbharat Power. Srimandir administration suspends a Pratihari servitor for helping a woman devotee climb onto chariot. Notice served on Chief Servitor too. And collectors told to complete construction of new toilets in schools across the state by July 31. Also asked to take up the PSU's projects. Thank you for watching. Good night.